how's everybody doing out there? This is Jake Xavier Sports. Once again, we lose. We've lost our fourth straight game. We lost 5 out of 6. Started off the season 2-0, and from there we've only won one game. It's not looking good right now. If you're a Jaguar fan, we got problems all over the board. Okay, it's more than just Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles is the easy target, the easy guy to put the blame on. Usually Bortles plays pretty well in London, so I guess it wasn't a surprise that he played well. But Bortles wasn't the reason why we lost. I mean, he wasn't the reason why we won either. Let's get that straight. He had a chance to for the Jaguars to score with 3 minutes left in the game, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't convert on a 4th and 2. This is another game where I think if you don't realize that we should fire Nathaniel Hackett by now, then I don't know, he must be delusional or something, or I must not be seeing the same kind of football. I mean, we see today the Cleveland Browns, they just fired Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley. So yes, you are allowed to fire your head coaches or offensive coordinators in the middle of the season. So we need to take a good look at Nathaniel Hackett, because once again, the play calling is suspect. At best, we keep running these long developing plays with Bortles, knowing that the offensive line is garbage. I mean, this offensive line, Doug Marrone even said it. He didn't even trust the offensive line enough to run block. So if you can't even trust the offensive line enough to run block, we're definitely not going to be successful in pass blocking. And, some people think that run block is easier, but it's not. Run blocking, you have to be real strong, and you have to really dictate where you want to push the defensive line. And right now, our offensive line is not dictating anything on the football field. Andrew Norwell is a waste of money. I realize Cam Robinson's out for the season, but this is why you draft, and this is why you pick up free agents, to create depth, and our depth is garbage. So Josh Walker, he's playing like a bum right now. I'd rather us put Eric Flowers in there just to see what we have, but he's more of a right tackle, and who knows if he's even ready to play yet. But it's just not looking good right now as far as the offensive line is concerned. But Nathaniel Hackett, what are you doing? You only called 2 run calls the whole second half. So Bortles, going into that second half, was our leading rusher, and he had the most rushes going into the second half. Why would you continue along with that game plan? I understand, we were in the game. It was close. We put together a couple drives, and heck, it took us kicking 2 50-plus yard field goals to even put points on the board in the first half. So that should tell you something, that even though the offense put up points, we're still not really moving the ball like we want to. I mean, just run the ball. Why the heck did we go trade a 5th-round pick to get Carlos Hyde if we're only going to give him 6 carries? I mean, not Corey Grant. We could have picked up any old running back. Heck, we could have kept Jamal Charles on the roster to give him 6 carries. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, why would you give up a 5th-round pick just to not use the guy when you said all week that you were gonna go back to our identity when running the ball? And I don't know who ultimately decides whether or not who calls the plays on the field. I'm pretty sure Nathaniel Hackett, he has to run it through Doug Marrone, and he, gives the okay. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure Doug Marrone gives Nathaniel Hackett the freedom to call whatever he wants. And right now, he's not calling good games. And like I said, it's not all Bortles' fault, and it's not all on Nathaniel Hackett either. Our wide receivers has got to catch the ball. DJ Shark had a couple drops. Dante Moncrief has dropped the ball plenty of times this year. Keelan Cole, he's probably our worst offensive player right now that's playing. And that's saying a lot with how bad Bortles has been playing this year. Because Keelan Cole, all he's done is drop the ball 5 times and had 2 fumbles in his past 2 games, or past 3 games. So it's not looking good for Mr. Keelan Cole, who everybody thought, undrafted last year, was a big story. Everybody thought he would kind of take a big step forward this year in being the Jaguars' leading receiver, but I definitely wasn't expecting that. If you go back and look at my previous videos, I expected DJ Shark to be the guy to emerge and being our #1 wide receiver, which we're starting to see that. We're starting to see that now. And that's another reason why I think Hackett has to go, because you see Keelan Cole is struggling. Like I said, but I don't know if he's able to make the call to pull him or not. But you got to pull Keelan Cole out of that game, and we got to give DJ Shark more targets or more, more chances to touch the ball. Like, look at other teams, how they use the end around with their wide receiver to run the ball. I think we only did that one time yesterday's game, but we need to do that a lot more. We have no creativity in our offense. And I swear, it seems like every game, for the Jaguar game, I'm always thinking like, okay, is Nathaniel Hackett going to call a good game playing today? Is he going to call a good game today? Because we don't know. I understand he has limited guys on offense as far as his weapons is concerned, but at the end of the day, you're in the NFL. These guys are in the NFL. You have to find ways to get them open, find ways to utilize their speed or utilize their strengths. We're not doing that at all. We understand the personnel, we understand the injuries, but hey, it's no excuse for all those 2nd and 2s and 3rd and 2s that we throw the ball. Now, I do understand throwing the ball on 2nd and 2 because it's almost like a free play that you're essentially getting, but our offense isn't good enough to just execute a free play. Our offense can barely even get a first down. So on 2nd and 1 and 3rd and 1, Jaguars, can you please run the ball, okay? I'm tired of us being in shotgun formation on 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, after we got 8 yards on first down running the ball. It makes zero sense. And stop saying your identity is going to be running the ball, because we haven't seen that in 4 weeks. So Leonard Fournette is coming back after the bye week. So he's going to have to be the savior of this team. He's going to have to be the one to run like Jim Brown, Todd Gurley, Adrian Peterson. He's going to have to be a beast the second half of this season for us to even have a chance. And right now, it's looking like 9-7 might not even win the division, let alone a wild card berth. Leonard Fournette, like I said, he's going to have to be a beast for us this next season. He's going to have to match his production from last year and only half the season this year. So, and then we mix in Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde, if he's able to, or I guess if the Jaguars are able to just give him the ball and let him, get a rhythm, as a running back and get more carries, then yes, he'll start to be successful, and we'll start to see him doing good things. So we'll have Carlos Hyde, Leonard Fournette, T.J. Yeldon. If they're not running the ball with those 3 running backs, then I don't know what to tell you. So those are 3 solid starting running backs right there on their roster. So yeah, man, we just got to stay strong and stay positive as Jaguar fans. We can only do so much but watch the games, right? We can't really do anything to affect the game. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun time the second half of the season to see where this team goes, if they're gonna respond. If not, hey, I'm gonna be right there with them the whole way through, win or loss. I'm with my Jaguars, so that's never gonna change. But other than that, yeah, definitely like the video, comment, subscribe. If this is your first time watching, thank you for watching. I'll check in with you guys next time. Peace. Go Jags.